Hey everybody, how it's going? It's Mizzo. I'm here to give my thoughts and ideas on this bad boy right here. I like Braum. I played him when he first came out. He was fun, but he's definitely fallen behind the wayside along with a lot of other champions from original foundations, and he needs a little help. Now, I think he's pretty okay, but he needs a little help. First of all, I think this is fine. All this right here, his text, his thing, his survive to flip is fine. Might need one or two less, might need one more after we change him. Who knows? But I think he needs a change, and I think he needs a change for the better. Especially if you want to sell Santa Braum. I mean, you're giving us a skin, and you don't want to buff him? Let's buff him. So 3. He should be a 3 for this. If you want him to be a 4, he needs to be like a 7 or an 8 because that's pretty in line with all the characters you've brought out recently for 3. There's a lot of 4/4s for 4. I would be okay with a 0/7, 0/8 for his costs at 4. At 3, this is a perfectly good stat line. I feel like he'd be just right in that opinion. Now, the reason I want to change Braum is very simple. He makes this guy, but he doesn't make this guy better. These poros, they're fun. I like them. Swim's deck is interesting, but it's hard to navigate, and you gotta get some little luck along the way, like them not have the right card when you need it. Get the meme in. I know Swim's winning with him, but he's probably not even playing this guy in the deck, sadly. So this is really good. He gets him going. It's his engine, all that. It's pretty nice stuff. And you could still play some of the Vladimir Noxus, do a little damage, get a little love in. Turn things around. What I think he needs to say instead of making a Poro is very simple. Every time he takes damage, an Elnuk, Poro, or even Yetis get +1/+1 permanently. I think that would be really good to set up Poros, Elnuks, and Yetis because they need a little help right now. Maybe it's coming in the last part of the expansion in February or whenever it comes out, but they just need a little love, and they're still several months from it. And this is an easy change we can make to make sure they're actually played. Because Poros are fun, and Brahm's fun, but in general, other than Scar Grounds, what is he doing? Not much. So I like the Poros. I like the idea of the Poros. They're fun, but they're all tiny. They're all little guys. The little fun, furry dudes. And they're fun, but they're not going to get big and they're not going to take over the game. Yeah, this helps. Yeah, this helps too, but it's really expensive for what it is. It's really expensive. And this doesn't play like Magic or any other card game where you're like, we'll hold 6 and then burst at the end of the turn and then start doing stuff. Now, you're kind of both doing stuff at the same time. And yeah, it's 9 mana to get a +1/+1 from this. Now, if we had another way to make more of these, or something of the nature that was not like the buffs, like the 7-drop, get +2/+2 and overwhelm, stuff of that nature that gives better buffs. And I know they're in there, but it's hard to do a 1-for-1 on that. You really, if you're going to play these little guys, you need them all to be big when they come out, period. They all just need to be 2/2s, 3/3s, getting bigger and bigger as it goes. So I think that would help them a lot, be useful, be impactful, and stronger. Because, yeah, they have all the keywords and stuff, but are you really worried about this guy? No. You're worried about this guy, maybe that guy, that guy. And this guy is, we are all like, yeah, but it's still for the memes, and this guy as well. Like Fearsome, if it was Menace, it would be good, but it's not. And this guy seems fun as well. I've enjoyed when I've played him before, but he's also just a 2/3 for 2, which is a solid stat line, getting keywords and stuff too. But also, I feel like Elnux would enjoy that as well, because they'd actually have something to power creep into. Because him going off with him is pretty fantastic, I gotta say. It's like, oh, I have a board of 5 dudes that are at least this big. Probably not. It's usually like 2 of these and 1 of these, or a couple of these guys. And a 3-4 for 3, even though you paid 5 for it and you just been trading and get them in there. It's a big board, but eventually you're not going to care about their stat lines because you're going to do what you're going to do and play Scion and take over the game and do whatever power creep that's going to creep over these guys. So whether it's Vygar blast them all one at a time and just blocking or whatever the case is, these guys are just all right, but it is fun how they work. Their interaction is fun. But what they need is something to make them bigger. Like if they keep getting bigger every turn and getting +1/+1, and you keep shuffling them in and bringing them out, they're eventually going to be 8/8s, 8/9s. They're like Lyssandra's thralls. That's a problem for you. But right now, they're just not a problem for you. They're just kind of in the way, and hopefully you get to work around it if you're not a like tiny aggro deck or have quick strike units or champions. Then you can't get around. You can get around them quite easy, I figure. Now the Yetis, I feel like they're quite closer just because they're bigger. I mean, a 5/5 for 1. That's. I mean, you can't complain. That dude. Seeing this dude 3rd turn playing him, seeing this dude 4th turn, you can't be mad about that. A 1/1 5/5. He's like, I'm a problem. It's this dude stalls the game out, or at least makes you think, or trades with Poppy, or makes you reconsider what you're doing. Now, this dude's fun as well. I like him. I mean, great first drop. This has not hit like they thought they would, or they haven't presented us with what this deck is going to be. Now, if this comes out in the next set and it's all hunky-dory and you don't have to change Braum, sweet. But right now, he could use some love in some form of action, and I feel like that's the way. This dude's solid in your hand. He's not in your hand. Meh. Okay. Dude's great. Outstanding. 10 out of 10. When this dude hits, it hits hard, and you can't complain about it. This dude is absolutely fantastic. So I think Braum could help these either be a meme together or actually be a good solid deck where you actually have to do something, and maybe give them a playable deck right now other than Sejuani, Sejuani Gangplank of, oh, we do the same thing, with just beneficial that we came out and we do the same thing that we want to do is do a little damage to you and then either take our trample or get over it, or you beat us before then. So I would think that would help Braum out a whole lot. I think he's a fun champion. Everybody likes him. I mean he's the buff dude with the heart of gold. He's the better grappler. What do you want me to say? Hey, he's the guy you want to have a beer with and root for. You want him to get the girl. You want him to save the world. You want him to do everything. He's a good guy. So this is my thoughts on it. You enjoy, and I'll keep making more content. Thank you.